What's up YouTube? This is the Psy-frame Duelist here, coming at you guys with a deck profile. This time it's Psy-frames. And this is not a complete build. I just felt like I should show what I start out with right now and what it'll become later. I will make more videos to come with Psy-frame deck profiles, okay? Alright, let's get into this immediately since there's nothing else we can wait for. So we run 3 Psy-frame drivers. Sorry for my misenunciation of it. I suck, apparently. And then we run 3 alphas. This will become 2 when I get more of what I need. But for now, it is 3 because 3 is still good. And it can give you your search for your field spells. 3 betas because stopping your opponents from attacking is always good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. That's a lot of text that essentially just says if you have no cards on the field, no monster cards on the field, you can reveal this card and stop a monster from attacking and end the battle phase, essentially. And then it's special summons itself plus any of the drivers from anywhere except for Banish Zone to the field. And then it tries to banish it during the end phase. I'm going to explain to you later how that is completely irrelevant as long as you get what you need first. Okay? Alright. Then we run 3 of the deltas. Because delta stops spell cards. And you need to stop Twin Twisters, MSTs, anything like that. That will screw over your field spell from activating because you need your field spell. It's the #1 most useful card in your deck. Alright? You need to protect the field spell. Also, you need to protect your monster effects. So we run 3 of the Gamma because Gamma stops monster effects. He is absolutely a beast at it. And Gamma is a level 2 tuner. He is fucking amazing. The only one that's not a tuner is the Psy-frame driver. Everything else in here are tuners. All the monsters are tuners. Next up, we run 3 card D because you don't do anything during your own turn. You do everything during your opponent's turn for the most part. Except for the very next card, which is Gamma Seal, the Turtle Sea Kaiju. Okay? The reason why I'm running this, and I'm going to take a second one in once I get a second one, is because you can tribute one of your opponent's monsters, special summon it to their side of the field at any given moment. And then if you get Zeta on the field, wherever he happens to be at, if you get Zeta on the field and you target it and Zeta to banish, Gamma Seal comes back to your side of the field, not your opponent's side of the field, because it just returns them and it does not special summon them back. It is very crazy. It is such a good wombo combo to use. So I get my monster back and they lose 1. It's absolutely insane. Alright, next up, we run 3 circuits because circuit is absolutely essential. That's a lot of text. I'll just summarize it all for you. So if any Psy-frame gear card is special summoned, you can immediately after their summon, you can synchro summon any synchro monster that is the combined level of the monsters. It does not special summon, it just synchro summons them. Which is good. Also, if one of your Psy-frame monsters is going to attack, and you have another Psy-frame in hand that's completely irrelevant, you can send that to grave, and the attacking monster gains that much attack. It has to attack another monster. If it's a direct attack, it does not activate. It cannot activate. So be careful with that. Next up, we run 3 Power Dualities. I want to get 2 more of these gold rare Power Dualities. I love gold rare so much. It looks so beautiful on cards. But the other 2 are just fucking commons and rares. And then we run 2 of the Psychic Field Zone. I do not run Psychic Path because I feel like that card could be swapped out with better cards that are much more needed in here. And so I have for now. That may change in the future, but for right now, I feel like it'll stay. Sorry for the shaky camera. This is my potato I'm fucking recording on. We run 1 Mystical Space Typhoon because this deck doesn't want to discard all that much. It likes to keep cards in its hand. But this will be swapped out for the new, better MST coming out in the future that banishes instead of sending to grave. Okay. Then we run 1 terraforming. These are the one-ofs. This is MST, terraforming, and I'm taking the burial from a different dimension to make sure that if this card does get banished, and if it banishes multiple, which happens a lot, I can always recycle them back with this card. Also, you can use this card to neg your opponent one if you use Zeta or Omega. If their card goes anywhere from banish zone, it automatically just stops. It does not resolve their card, but my card will always come back all the time. And then I run the 3 Psychic Overload. That's my tech. That's my choice because I find that a lot of my Psy-frames end up in grave if I have the field spell on for a long period of time. Meaning that Psychic Overload is always relevant. I can always get a +1 off of it. It's a Yangzing Path. So I get to target 3 of my Psychic cards in my graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw 2 cards. It is a +1 all the time, every time. And that is an absolute beast. It's probably going to get switched down to 1 when I get more of my support cards I'm looking for. But for now, it's at 3. Next up, we run 3 of the Psychic Overload. This card is absolutely insane. It is just... This card is fucking crazy. So, again, a lot of text. I'll summarize it. So what happens is during either player's turn, except for, because it's a trap, except for the turn you set it, you flip it over, you banish 1 Psy-frame card from your hand, doesn't matter what it is, or on field, as long as it's Psy-frame in the name, then target 1 card your opponent controls, banish it face down. Face down is, since it's unknown to the game state, the only way to get it back is by non-targeting, moving it from place to place, which I don't even know if that's even in the game. I'm pretty sure everything that goes to banish zone that is recurring it targets it, and Psy-frame Overload stops that because it cannot be targeted if it's face down. And then if it's in grave, you can banish it to add any Psy-frame card from your deck to your hand other than itself. It does not add itself. So that's kind of sad, but oh well. RIP. Next up, this is another tech choice of mine. I tried at 1, it looked good, but I tried at 2, it works even better. This is King's Consonance. So since you have no monsters on the field, if you have no monsters on the field and you get a direct attack, which will happen all the fucking time, you can flip this over. It automatically negates the attack straight up. Then, if you have cards in your graveyard, you can send cards from your graveyard to your banish zone that equal the level between 7 and 8. And then, after that, you can immediately synchro summon, or special summon, a synchro monster that has the combined level between 7 and 8, or 8 or lower, I believe. It is... I don't know, it doesn't say. Equal 8 or less, so it doesn't matter. As long as it's not more than 8, it's fine. This card is actually pretty crazy in this deck. Believe me, it's a very good tech choice. And my last card I'm running is a Quaking Mirror Force. This is obviously going to get switched out to a Torrential Mirror Force. I'm just broke as hell right now and cannot afford one. But once the price starts going back down again, I might pick some up. But for now, I'm running the Quaking because Quaking is just absolutely fucking insane too. You know, you get attacked by 4 or 5 cards, flip them all face down, they can't be flipped at all. It's absolutely insane, and that's how the deck is right now. Now, going on to the extra deck, this again needs some work too. Like this is getting taken out. I run the Stardust Spark Dragon, Crimson Blader, that's staying in there. Thought Ruler Archfiend, he's crazy. The Psy-frame Zeta is also crazy. Not much people know what he does or really cares what he does, but if he can target 1 face-up attack position, special summon monster, banishes both it and itself, and then it recurs it back at my next standby phase. As I said earlier, if anything happens to that special summon card in the banish zone, it does not come back. But as long as Zeta's there, Zeta will come back. It's crazy. It's one-sided as hell. There's a second one in here I need to take out, but I'll get to that in a minute. Black Rose Dragon for board wipes. Simple. Next up is Psychic Life Transfer. This helps you when you're in time, because you can automatically gain life, and then once you end your turn, it's over if it's already past the 4 turns that you're allotted, which is good. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, I never went into it, but it is, it's a reliable source. I'd rather have it than not have it for now. I always recommend having it. Ancient Fairy Dragon, went into it one time. It was actually very useful, but I couldn't special summon the monster because I didn't have it at the hand at the time. But it recurs your field spells and inflicts damage to your opponent. It's pretty crazy. Overmind Archfiend. So this card, normally, just you can't special summon this card at all, in any way, shape, or form. But because of Psychic Field Zone, it says special summon, not synchro summon. You can actually get Overmind Archfiend on the field if you have a Overload and a 1 or a Zeta and a 2 in your banish zone. Send them to your grave, and then you get out Overmind Archfiend. Then you can immediately banish the synchro card you use. So if Overmind Archfiend dies, you can then just get it back. It's pretty insane. I've never actually used that. My next one is kind of a proxy, but not really. It's actually a Japanese card that I failed to get on Amazon. I didn't read it correctly, so I failed my part. But it is a Overload. A Japanese Overload. I want to get rid of this card, but I love the rarity on it. Like how it's all, it's like a parallel secret rare. It's crazy. It's like I don't know if it'll show it on my camera, but it has a weird kind of way to it. It's pretty insane. I love it. Looks cool as hell. There it is. It has a weird like tic-tac-toe-y shape to it. It's cool. I also love the way it looks. And then I was able to get my own English copy of it before it went up to about $50. I got it when it was still about like $30-ish. It was a good buy on my part. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I kept it. It's going back up now. It's whatever. I'd rather keep it than sell it though, personally. And then my other Zeta, as I explained earlier. And then these are interesting choices. So you can actually exceed with this deck, believe it or not, and go into the 7 Sins. 7 Sins is absolutely fucking insane. I run the 7 Sins, I run Pain Gainer, and for now I run the Dark Matter Dragon. I need to get Tachyon Dragon first. That's also going to come at some point. What the plan is you're supposed to somehow get 2 Omegas on the field, which actually is possible, or an Omega plus your Gamma Seal, because he is also a level 8. And then you go into a rank 8, either Gamma Seal or Giant Grinder. He's also a good option to go into. And then from there, you can go into Pain Gainer, and then you can either use the effect then and probably detach one of these. I always recommend detaching one of the synchros when you use either of these effects. You can use Pain Gainer now, popping in defense position, use the effect, detach Omega, and then destroying all cards with less defense than his own. And then going into the 7 Sins, or you can just immediately go into the 7 Sins, and then on your next turn, activating the 7 Sins effect, banishing all special summon monsters and attaching one to it. Is an absolutely crazy effect. That's another thing. I have this in case I have multiple monsters on my opponent's side of the field that aren't special summoned, and I can just attack over. I can just go into him, detach an Omega, attack twice, then go into Pain Gainer, and then go into the 7 Sins. It is an absolutely insane wombo combo. Absolutely recommended. Great combo, great cards. They're in the deck right now. I don't ever see myself taking them out at all. Sorry about my shaky potato camera angle. I'll improve that in the future, but for now, I don't see myself improving right now. So that's the deck profile. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe maybe if you're new here. I guess that's it. Well, this is the Psy-frame Duelist signing out.